Hello everybody, welcome to Principal Fishing. This is our Bass Tackle Part 2. All of our soft baits. I'll go first with my curly tail worms. Right here I've got some pumpkin colored Ozark trail worms. These work great in dark water. Remember, dark water, dark bait, because in dark water, the brighter baits, their color will wash out. It'll turn into a mess. You'll lose them quick. So I've got these pumpkin seed ones. They're about 7.5 inches. I've also got these Zoom June bug worms at 6 inches. Really good for small ponds, these smaller plastic worms. And I've got these Berkeley power bait worms in red shad. I don't like these as much as baits like culprit, zoom, but I'll still use them from time to time. Then I've got zoom trick worms. You can use these on a drop shot or a Texas rig. In those more grassy, weedy waters, I'd use a drop shot so you don't get tangled as much. And lastly are my culprit worms. I cannot tell you enough how much I love culprit and red shad. At like 6 inches and 7.5 inches, culprit, ask Leo here, they are my favorite plastic worm of all time, honestly.
Every time we go to Bass Pro, Carter's always looking for culprit first because they're just a really good plastic worm brand.
They're a little bit more on the expensive side though,
but it's worth it.
Yeah, like baits like Zoom and Yum, they're plastic worms. They're more in the $2 to $3 range, sometimes $4. Culprit, they're like $7 or $8 a pack. They're expensive, but it all pays off because they're a great bait.
Alright, Leo. To go with my
your curly tails now.
I have some curly tails right now. I have
7.5 inch.
7.5 inch
watermelon
and red flakes. Ozark Trail curly tail worms. And I have.
Those are a great bait. I've caught bass on those.
I have Yum red shad. Red shad is my favorite color. I have caught almost all my bass on them. Let's see. This is 7 inches and 7.5 inches.
Yeah.
Next we got, like Carter was saying, the culprit red shad. I just got these at Bass Pro. I'm really excited to use them. They're just a really good brand to use. They're 7.5 inches, and I really love culprit. And then I got another Yum red shad. This one is 7.5 inches as well. And next I got a Zoom red shad. I love Zoom really good too. I use culprit, and then I use Zoom, and then I use Yum. Zoom is my second favorite with using red shad. And then next I got these regular no curly tail worms. These ones are a finesse gooseberry 20-pack, and it doesn't say.
They're trick worms.
Yeah, they're trick worms, and it doesn't say the length. They looks like purple black with green flakes.
That's the color gooseberry.
Yep. And next we got a 20-pack of green
Zoom trick worms.
Yep, another trick worms, and white and green with green flakes. Next we have.
Leo, it's my turn.
Next we have these chigger craws, 3 inches and 8 centimeters, and they're by Power Bait.
Alright.
Next I got these baby brush hogs, black with red glitter. Now I have these
Tiny flukes.
Tiny flukes. They're in like a minnow shape. These, you don't put a weight on them. You just put them on the regular Texas rig hook, and yeah.
You jerk it.
Yep.
All right. That's all. Oh,
no, I have two more.
sorry.
And I have these hoax fish.
Senkos.
These ones are hard to see because they have a dark package. But they have like the triangle top.
Flat bottom. Put those on a Texas rig weightless with a big offset hook, or you can rig it wacky rig. Sorry, my apologies. They do have a very unique smell. They kind of smell like a dead animal, but still, good bait.
Anyway, so next I have these French fries by Zoom. I don't know the length because I had to throw away the bag because it wasn't working. I use these at a lake that's maybe like 45 minutes away. They're a lime green with black flakes, and I catch like 1.5 pounders on that.
Yeah, those the Zoom French fries, they actually renamed them. Now they're called like the Fish Doctor.
Next, I just got an assortment of plastic worm hooks. I got these ones, and then I have these ones. These ones are a little bit more flat, as where these ones are like round. And then I got 2 types of plastic worm weights. I got these bullet shot.
Bullet weights.
Bullet weight, not bullet shot, sorry. And then I got these egg weights. I honestly prefer egg weights.
They slide a bit easier.
Yep. They slide on your line really easy, and they're just easier to use when you're trying to tie on your bait.
I agree, but I just buy bullet weights. They're cheaper.
Yep, your turn.
All right, next I'm going to go with my Senkos. That's all of your plastics, right, for bass?
Yeah, for bass.
I have like 3 times more than you. Not trying to brag, just saying. All right, first I've got a giant pro pack of big bite baits, Senkos. I mean, they're good. I haven't had much luck on the bigger ones, but here, I'll show you. This pro pack, it comes with 2 different sizes of Senkos. This size, the bigger one, it's a green color with green and black flake. That's got this smaller brownish red color with like red and yellow flake. Surprisingly, I've caught more bass on the smaller size, wacky rigged. Not big fish though, as you can imagine with a small Senko like that. Next up, I've got the Orscheln Outdoors Senkos. Got these from the local Orschelns. I love Orschelns. It's an outdoorsman's dream. It has hunting stuff, farming equipment, everything. Next, I've got a almost empty pack of Yum Dingers in watermelon and pearl. They're about 5 inches, I believe. Yeah, I think 5 inches. It doesn't say on there. That's my favorite color for them. I've caught many bass in a multitude of sizes. Next, we've got Strike King Senkos. They're called shimmy sticks. I'd say they're about 6 inches. I haven't used these yet. They're brand new, haven't been opened. As you can tell, it's an older pack, but they haven't been opened. I'm hoping to use those this spring. They look like they do well in clearer water, because, you know, lighter bait, lighter water. And for the last pack of Senkos here, I've got a brand new 30 pack of Dingers in watermelon with red flake. These, I guarantee you guys, I'm taking along as well. I'm telling you right now, I will catch at least 1 3-pounder on these. That's my goal for Dingers, because on Senkos this year, I didn't really catch anything like over 2.5 inches. It's sad, I know, but that's just the truth. Alright, next I'm going with my crawdad baits. These are net bait baby paca craws. I would put these on smaller bass jigs, take a chunk off of the top, and slide it on there. It has a hollow body, and I'd put it on a 1/4 ounce or 3/8 ounce jig, maybe even 3/16. But yeah, these will go really good on a jig. Next, for craws, I have the net bait daggers. They're 4.5 inches. I would put these on a Texas rig, if I were to be completely honest. They're more of a flat shape. I wouldn't really put them on a jig. They don't really have a hollow body or anything. It's in watermelon candy, and it's an 8-pack. Next pack of craws, this is a straight crawdad imitator. It's like a crawdad mold. Zoom little critter craw and blueberry. These will work for smallmouth on a Texas rig or on a Ned rig head. Little mushroom head. Next, we've got basically the same thing, just in a different color, in black and red. Alright, the next pack of baits the next style of baits I'm going to show you is brush hogs. I love brush hogs. I have caught many fish. This is a brand new pack of baby brush hogs in green, pumpkin, and purple flake. These will slay bass anywhere from 1 pound, and I'm pretty sure Dad, last year, 2021, over the summer, Dad caught a giant, 4 or 5 pounder.
It was a 6-pounder.
6-pounder, that's right. Big 6-pounder. Bush conservation. And now I have an older pack of baby brush hogs by Zoom as well. In PB&J, I have caught several bass on these. They're great. Again, put these on a Texas rig. These are tiny brush hogs in black and red flake. I would put this, honestly, on a tiny Texas rig for smallmouth, or if you're daring enough, maybe a jig head for crappie, because those are really small. Next, I have another brand new pack of watermelon red flake baby brush hogs by Zoom. The baby brush hogs is the average size that I would use, honestly. It's right in the middle to where small bass and big bass can eat it. Next are the cream green pumpkin ones. They just call them creatures at Cream. I love Cream. Okay, I love the brand Cream for bass. In Walmart, they sell packs in big boxes, and each individual pack is $1. Yeah. The brand. The next bait I'm going to show you are soft plastic lizards. These are pumpkin and chartreuse. They're 6 inches by Zoom. Again, Zoom is one of my favorite baits for basically everything. Culprit is just my favorite curly-tailed worm. Put these on a Texas rig in a big lake during the spawn. These are for murky water, though, because they're, again, a darker bait. These are 6-inch lizards in black and chartreuse. Now, because it's dark, but it also has a bright tail, I would use this from anywhere from light to maybe murky water as well, due to the darkness of most of it, but it's shiny on the tail. Black and chartreuse is a good color all around for multiple species, be it trout, crappie, bluegill, bass, even crappie. No, not crappie, sorry. Well, yes, crappie. But I've caught catfish on black and chartreuse jigs as well, like 4 and 5 pound catfish.
The weather depends really on what color and stuff that you are using on plastics. For like this one right here that Carter has, I would use like a mix, like on the merge of being murky but also being clear at the same time.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. These Riverside lizards, I would use them in murky or clear. They're just right in that middle color. I have caught some nice bass on these Riverside lizards. I haven't been able to find any lately. I don't know if they still make them. But I have caught like 3+ pound bass on these. Leo was there, he witnessed it. I caught like a 3.5 pounder during the spawn.
Yep.
The next bait I'm going to show you is for Ned rigs. First, I'm showing you the classic Z-Man finesse turd. Well, TRD. I just call it the turd because it sounds funny. Put this on a 1/10 ounce all the way up to a 1/8 ounce head. 1/8 ounce is about the highest I would go on this bait. Yeah. Then the next we have the turd hogs. Brand new pack, unopened. Well, they have been opened, but not used. I just opened them to smell them. I would also use these on a 1/10 ounce head. I just got back from school. I'm exhausted. Next are these Cabin Creek craws. I haven't been able to find any of these lately either. They're dynamite for smallmouth. Leo was there. Me and my dad and Leo didn't catch any. But me and Dad were in the current river standing on a bridge. It was in between the blue ribbon fly area where that began and the regular area where you could use anything. I was using this on a 1/8 ounce black jig head, and I was just jigging it, and I was catching like 1.5, 2 pound smallmouth. They were nice, for Missouri at least. In Missouri, smallmouth don't get huge. Alright, next I'm going with my swim baits. This is the 360 Search Bait by Storm. That little one rattle in the jig head. Don't know if you could hear that. Don't know if it picked it up. But this is a 1/8 ounce swim jig. I would use these either in the spawn or in the fall when they're feeding on those bait fish, getting ready for hibernation. Well, whatever fish equivalent of hibernation is.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I know they don't like go into full-on hibernation like a bear. They're just
because they still
slow.
have to eat and stuff.
Yeah, but they don't eat as much. They're really slow. Bass, at least.
You have to have it like in the winter. If you're going bass fishing or something, it has to bounce right in front of their face. Yeah, and use that for them to actually have interest and attack that.
Yeah, Senkos are probably, I would say, the best in the winter due to their slow falling. Next are these Biospawn Exo swim baits. These are 4 inches. I'd rig these on a weighted hook. I showed them in the last video. They had the weights like in the center of the hook. I would also put this on the back of a chatterbait or a spinnerbait as well. Next are these Ragetail Rage Swimmers, 3 3/4 inches in smoke, I believe that's the color. Doesn't say, but I believe it's Ghost Chat. There we go, Ghost Chat. Again, I'd put that like on the back of a chatterbait or spinnerbait or on a weighted hook. And next are these X-Zone 4-inch swammers. Again, I would also put these on the back of a chatterbait or spinnerbait, maybe even a swim jig. And again, on a weighted hook. I have said that how many times this video? Like 4 times already?
Yep.
Jeez. And just miscellaneous, I got this from that panfish tackle box I showed in the first video. It came with this assortment of plastics. There's 4 yum dingers, I believe. Let me see real quick. Yeah, 4 yum dingers and 4 curly tail worms in Junebug and watermelon. And that's it for the plastics, but real quick, I will show you how to rig a Texas rig. It's going to use one of these older culprit worms. Still got good scent on them. Still usable. Okay, so you take your worm, right, this curly tail worm. You want the bottom to be that flat side. There's a hair on it. That flat side, you want that to be the bottom. Most of the time that's the shiniest side. And the top part, or, well, the part where the hook comes out, that's this ridged part. On most plastic worms, that's what they look like. Now, you take the end of the worm, you take your hook. This is a 2-aught offset hook for plastic worms. It's great. Alright, now you're going to want to put it in just past the barb. Alright, now that's in. Now you're going to want to push the hook out of that flat, shiny side. Like that. Then you're going to want to scoot the bait all the way up to right below the eyelet of the bait. Right below it. Sometimes you want to have it over, but that's only if you have it tied on already. Duh. Then you're going to want to bend it and put that hook all the way through the other side. This is how I do it. Some people would just leave it in, but I would put it all the way out, and then I would bury the tip of the hook into the skin right there. Now you've got a nice straight curly tail worm. And weight-wise, I would use a 1/8 ounce egg weight or bullet weight like this. This is 1/8 ounce. And the lightest I would go is 1/16 ounce for that slower fall, you know, in the early spring, early season, or really late season, like mid to late fall. Or if they want that slower action, then I would use a 1/16 ounce. But this is 1/8 ounce. This weight's good all year round, as long as they're not too sluggish. And you put this on the line. Oh, just dropped it. I'll just sorry, it was me who did the blunder this time. But I would take that weight and slide it on the line. Do we have a piece of fishing line? No, we do not.
No.
But say my finger is the line, right? You want the end tip of that weight to go on through the line. Put the line through it. There's a hole. Put the line through and out the bottom, and then tie on the hook. They do make Texas rigs where the weight is fixed onto the hook, but I just like that slide more. Sometimes the weight can distract fish and scare them off. Now we'll show you how to do a Ned rig. Just in case you don't know how to do that. I'm going to show you with a 1/10 ounce Z-Man mushroom head jig head. weedless as well. Has those 2 strings in the front. Now I'm gonna take one of these Z-Man turds, these PRBs, and the flat part goes down. This flat end, it's smooth, just a few ridges down. This bumpy part is the top of the bait. Now again, you want the dark spot to be the top and the brown part to be the bottom. So take the jig head and you need to see about where the hook will pop out, right? Seems about right before the smooth middle part of the bait. You just gotta maneuver it around the weedless part. Sometimes, if they're too annoying, snip the weedless part off, because they break off on fish anyway. Alright, now I'm gonna pull it up. Sometimes the weedless bit is really annoying because with this bait you want it to be as straight as possible. Yeah, like that's a mess up. You know what, guys, I'm just gonna break the weedless part off. Or just bend it out of the way like this. Didn't know it was that bendy. My bad. Right now I'm just gonna it's really easy to mess up this bait. It has to be perfect. This bait does. Alright. Now this is what you don't want. You don't want it bent. I'm sorry I keep messing up. Like I said, the bait has to be perfect. Alright. God dang it. Like this, basically. There is a little bit of space between the bait and the hook. That's my bad. You don't want that. This bait's torn up. I'm going to get a fresh example. I am so very sorry for putting you through this pain of watching me rig it wrong. I'm very tired, like I said. Alright. See where it pops out. Now, make a mark. Alright. Now that mark is going to be our inspiration. It's our hopes and our dreams. And with enough hard work and practice, I shattered those dreams. Alright. There we go. There we go. I got it rigged good. Not perfect, but good. These hooks on this one are a little bit bent awkwardly. They're not completely straight. They're more formatted a little bit more like a Texas rig hook, but not really. They do make Texas rig Ned hooks, but the trick to this bait is to have the soft plastic as straight as possible. You want to hit the ground and sit there straight up, wiggling like that. It's going to attract those largemouth, smallmouth, rock bass, spotted bass, sunfish, crappie, I've seen people catch walleye on them as well, perch. Seen people catch pike on them as well. Pike are weird. They eat a lot. Yeah, you just want that to. Alright, everyone. That's the end of the video today. We will have part 3 for our tackle boxes up sometime this week on accessories in our tackle boxes. Anyways, good night, guys. Have a good day. Good luck fishing. And remember, Dutch and Lambo are watching. Our dogs. Can't say no to a dog's face. See ya. Good luck fishing.